Good morning. Can you say hi? This one has been throwing up, so we were gonna go somewhere today and things got canceled. What a shocker. No, I feel so bad for her. And it's so hard because at this age, they can't like really tell you when they're about to throw up. Like one time she was like, my stomach hurts, and then there it went. Or different things like that. But it's hard, and like she wanted to eat and we're telling her, you can't have that right now. So yeah, so she didn't go to bed till midnight last night. So it's been a long day. And then her brother has been doing good, so we're hoping it was just a little bug that she got out of, and hopefully it's out of her system. But there was a question that I asked questions a couple of weeks ago, and there was somebody that asked a question and I didn't answer it because I thought, this will be the perfect opportunity to make it into a vlog since I have been to this location. So the question was, is there a place or country that you would just never go again or didn't really like? So I can't say that I didn't love this place, but it's not like my favorite, and I honestly don't care to ever go back. In 2017, I went to Panama. It was my first international trip flying there. I've been on a cruise to the Bahamas and Canada. This is actually flying to somewhere. I went to Panama with my church, and this is honestly where I also fell in love with international travel as well. We went there to help with pastor there, and I would just first like to say, like, the heat is something else there. Like, we went during the cool season, and that was in April, May, and that was their cool season, y'all. Yeah, it was nuts. So anyway, I went there and I did have a good time. Like the people that I was with, and made many memories, some that I still laugh at to this day. But it was just one of those places that I'm just like, I've seen it and I don't really care to go back. I do consider Panama a third world country. Now, I don't know like if it's officially considered that, but it really is a very poor country. I don't know the population of it, but it seems like there are a lot of people there. They do use the US dollar. I want to say yes. And the traffic there is unbelievable. So we went to Panama and we stayed with the missionaries there, and they live, okay, technically it should only be an hour away, the town, but because of traffic and everything, I think it took us 3 hours. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But I mean, that's any traffic anywhere, honestly. But I'm gonna go over Panama City, but we stayed outside of Panama, and I have a couple of pictures. This is an older iPhone that I took these pictures on, so anyway, but just kind of go over that question. I honestly don't really ever care to go back now. Watch, somebody's going to comment and be like, you need to come see this, this, and this, and that will change my mind. But first of all, it's really, really hot there. It's not just the heat, it's the humidity. I don't know how they do it there. I don't know how to do it there. And I'm going to kind of describe the living situation over there as well. Okay, so we flew Spirit Airlines over there. That was my first time flying Spirit. Oh my goodness. I think it's ridiculous how they make you pay for almost every little thing. Thank you. You don't have to pay for your seat. You can pay for, they choose one randomly for you when you go to check in for your flight. That's what I've always done. I've never had to pay for a seat. I have been like upgraded to the exit row, which has been really, really nice. But I've never ever paid for a seat on Spirit because I think that's ridiculous. And when we got there about in the afternoon-ish. We went straight to the missionary's house. We went to grab a couple of groceries, and I'm just like, the heat is just unbearable. Like I said, the humidity. And I remember there was one day that it was raining, and it was actually cool, and I think it was considered the low 70s, and they thought that was really cold. Like, people were wearing really thick jackets, and I'm like, what is your problem? Like, this is wonderful. But that's cold for them. That's really cold. Oh, I see. It's okay. So anyway, we all stayed in this huge house. It was really nice. Most people do not have AC in their homes. That's a rare thing. But also, like, they're very, very poor. But oh no, thank you. Oh, here you go. So I don't get this, and maybe if somebody is from there, they can explain this. Like, their houses will be they'll be like huts, and I'm not even joking, or they'll be really torn up houses. But you will see this brand spanking new vehicle, and I'm like, I don't get it. Or you will see like this little, like a hut for a house, literally a hut, and there will be a giant flat screen TV. I don't understand it. I don't get it. We were told that a lot of the Panamanians live off credit cards, which, I mean, I know a lot of people do, but that's all they literally live off of because they can't afford anything. And I just like, it just blew my mind away. It just blew my mind away. The things that they spend money on versus what is really needed. Like, again, it just blew my mind away. It was, you know, it's not America, but then again, there are a lot of people here in America that spend things, and then you're like, okay, wait, you need to buy this. But anyway, so yeah, so the living situation over there is very different. And I learned that you don't knock on people's doors. They find that really rude. You like yell from outside. And obviously they speak Spanish, so we had somebody else interpret for us. And then what are a couple of other things? They love, like, English is what they're learning over there. I think they learned that in high school or something, but they love learning it. They love to communicate with us. At least the kids did. I don't know about the rest of the people, but that was something that was really neat, you know. And I feel like that should, if they learn English, like, we should be willing to learn Spanish if we're gonna go over there or something. Yeah. Yes. So anyway, we did spend a day in Panama City. We did go to the Panama Canal. And I'll show some pictures as I'm talking. It was really, really neat experience. Really neat experience. Yes. And we got to see, there was a boat coming through the canal at the same time that we were there. It was just cool to see how it works. Like, you know, you hear about it. I've read about it in history, but to actually see it in real life was actually pretty cool. And they have a museum, and there's a dock view of the canal. It is $20 to get in. I just looked it up. I couldn't remember the price, how much we paid, but it is $20. They said for international people. So we did that, and that's, like I said, highly recommended. And then there's like a little theater. No, sit right there. There's like a little theater that you can do. Hold on, here you go. There's a theater, and I highly recommend that. It's in English, so that helps. And then we did the Amador Causeway. It's just this really pretty paved walkway by the ocean. And we honestly did it also as well because there were people that had never like touched the ocean or seen the ocean. Yeah. So we did that, and it's really pretty, really nice. And it has beautiful views of the city, as you see. And then there is a thing called Monkey Island. I remember this being talked about when I was there, but we never did it. But apparently, like, it's an experience. Now, if I were to go back, I would definitely do Monkey Island, but highly recommended for that. And then we also did the Albrook Mall. And here's something else I don't understand. All the clothes there are like twice as small as what they should, like. Okay, so I wear like either a large or extra large shirt, but it's like for them, if they were to wear, if that was their true size, they would wear a medium or small. And I'm like, why? Like, don't you want to be comfortable? Like, I don't get that. I don't get it at all. Anyway, the food there. I love international food. I think the only thing that I haven't liked so far is when I went to Mexico and I had cow's tongue. Yeah, that was an experience. But I remember having plantains, of course. There was this fruit, and I'll link a picture if I go back and I look through it. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like really spiky and red on the outside, and then you don't eat the whole thing. It looks like white and slimy on the inside, but you just eat the outer because in the middle is a big pitted seed, but it's really good. I remember eating a lot of those, finding those. And then, of course, plantains, rice and beans are a big thing. But yeah, I mean, I had a good time. I love the memories that I have there, but it's just, you know, one of those things that I'm like, I saw it and I don't really ever care to go back. Like I said, maybe I will change my mind, but if you, I can't say like Panama is, oh yeah, you had to go by, you know. I wouldn't recommend it for a family vacation. Like if you wanted to go just to see the history of the Panama Canal, definitely go. But it's not one of those that's like, oh my goodness, you need to go here. But so yeah, anyway, so that is that. We are going to be hopefully going somewhere tomorrow or the next day, depending on how she does. She ate something this morning, so hopefully it will stick to her tummy and she won't throw up again. But thank you all so much for being patient with me, and I do have 2 trips coming up. I'm super excited about that, and hopefully another international one is coming, so you'll have to stay tuned for that. But oh, she's gonna show y'all her picture. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and just being supportive and loving, and make sure you subscribe.